to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a rainy afternoon here in Findlay, Ohio, and Anderson and I are hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out a new beer. Now, yesterday, if you see the short video I put out, Anderson and I went up to Aistear Brewing to help celebrate their second birthday. So it was Aistear Con 2.0. It was a really cool event. They had some food trucks there. In the back, they had like crafts and stuff. So local artisans were selling their fantasy-inspired artwork, and different types of stuff like that. And we got to try 8 new beers.
Is that the short video that you cut me out of?
It is, the short video. Anderson was sitting right next to me. I tried to get a picture of the beers first because you only have like 15 seconds. I wanted to make sure I got them in there. And it's awful shaky too. It's a terrible video on my part. But I wanted to show what the facility was like.
But it was a cool event. It was a really cool event.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of people were there in costumes, including Anderson and myself. He was there as Rasputin. I was dressed as a monk. A lot of people had some other wild costumes in there. There's actually a costume contest at 10, but we had to roll out before that ended, unfortunately.
It was surprising the amount of color differentiation between the different beers.
Yeah, they had like a flight special where if you got all 8 of the beers in a flight, and they were pretty decent size.
They were nice pours.
Yeah, they probably, what do you think they were, 4 ounces or something, maybe 5? I don't know, they were pretty big.
Yeah, at 5 at least.
Yeah, I think it was $25 for all 8. And when you saw them laid out, the axes that they used to bring out the flights are super cool. I think I've showed them in some of the videos before. And yeah, the color spectrum was wild. So there was green ones, pink ones, dark ones, like black, like everything you could imagine, full.
White, like,
yeah.
I mean, it looked like a rainbow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And the one that we're going to try today is called Prismatic Dragon. So most of the beers had dragon-themed names. I think there was a white dragon, red dragon, blue dragon, a green dragon that was made, but apparently didn't come to be served because there were some issues. But it was really cool. And then some of them other had some wild names. Like, I forget, you have the list?
Yeah, it was Tiamat, Bahamut, the red dragon, blue dragon, white dragon, black dragon, Felf Melter, and then this Prismatic Dragon.
Prismatic Dragon. Now, this is kind of unique. This is actually a seltzer. 7% seltzer. And this is probably the first seltzer that I've reviewed on the program. When we got it, I didn't even realize it was a seltzer when I drank it. So, good on them for making a seltzer that's palatable. I think most of the time they're not that great. So, we'll give this one a shot, a proper review. I think by the time I got to this was the 8th one.
Yes.
Of the 8. So I'm not sure what condition we were in by the time we actually tried it. So we'll give it the proper respect it is due and do a full review on it. So describe the beer. What's it say from the board?
So their digital board described it as, you cannot help but just admire her beauty. Just as these dragons appear to be covered in every color, this seltzer is covered in different fruit, 15 to be exact. So apparently there are 15 different fruits in the making of this seltzer.
All right, they're about even here now.
However, they don't list any of the fruits, so It's a mystery.
Now, as to the color, obviously I'm not going to use my SRM chart because I don't think it's really any of these. What is it, kind of like a plum color?
Yeah, I mean,
I can't really, I'm looking at the light. I mean,
you could kind of be on like the 20, 21.
Maybe like an amberish color, but there's kind of like a pinkish or purplish hue to it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe about 20 or 21, but with a hue.
I mean, it's not straight up a brown. It's definitely got some sort of purplish.
If you look at the bottom,
reddish.
I think I see a little bit of something floating around in there. I assume that's some fruit particle or something.
You did clean these glasses out, right?
Yeah, I just got these. These are clean, dude. Of course. Yeah, no head, obviously. Let's give it a sniff.
There's not even much of carbonation either.
No, I mean, I can see some bubbles down the bottom, but that's about it. I'm not sure I know any of the individual fruits in there. It just kind of smells vaguely fruity.
Like fruit punchy kind of.
Yeah, like a fruit punch kind of thing.
Or a fruit bowl.
Yeah, where you don't pick out individual fruits, but that's a nice kind of decent, pleasant smell. Nothing wrong with it. So let's give it a shot. Cheers. What do you think?
I didn't notice this yesterday, but now that I'm thinking about it, it was there. There's no carbonation at all.
Yeah.
I mean, even yesterday there wasn't any carbonation when we had it fresh from the tap.
Yeah.
There's no carbonation in this whatsoever.
And I think that's what almost saves it. Like, usually when you get seltzers, and I've only had a handful, they tend to be overly carbonated, and it's just like drinking a soda, kind of. and I think that's kind of off-putting for me at least. I don't really like it. They tend to be like fake fruit flavors or artificial kind of taste to it, and that's off-putting. This, on the other hand, I think tastes like real fruit. It kind of tastes, there's soda-like quality to this as well, or a juice-like quality to it, obviously, because of the fruit flavors. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's subdued. It's not overly sweet. I think you do get a tiny bit of tartness to it, and then you get some nice sweetness to it. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, a fruit punch kind of thing. It's pretty nice.
Now, you could never convince me this was beer. Just tasting it.
Correct.
With the mouthfeel and everything, it's definitely not beer.
Is that almost a little bit of cinnamon or something in there?
You would be hard-pressed to convince me it's a seltzer.
Yeah.
I would not at all think it's a seltzer. I mean, this is more along the lines of a mead or a braggot.
Well, I mean, and these guys do a lot of meads and braggots. I know a couple of the beers we had yesterday were braggots, and I kind of liked them. And like I said, if you see some of the videos I did before, I was not a big fan of braggots because they tend to be overly sweet, but I thought theirs are good. They do a good job with it where it has a nice taste, kind of complex, but it's not just like a ton of honey in there and it's too sweet to actually drink. And I think this is similar. It's sweet enough that it tastes nice, but you do get a tiny bit of tartness. And I don't know, I could be wrong here, but it almost tastes like almost like a little cinnamon, like spice type thing as well.
I think you're imagining things with the cinnamon.
It could be. I'm tasting. It's something that's like in the mouth. It's not really like hot, but there's something going on there. Maybe it's one of the fruits, and I just.
But you think black pepper's hot, so.
It's true. I don't like spicy things at all. We had 2 beers yesterday. One of them, well, I guess 2 of the beers had habanero too. So we had a cherry habanero, which I did quite like that one because it was just a very slight habanero, and you only kind of picked it up. I think the only reason you knew it was in there is when you drank, you feel like a slight warmth going down your chest. And
right, that one was really good.
The other one was a little too spicy for me.
There was a Mexican cake stout.
Yeah, it was like a chocolate. I guess there was a nice chocolate flavor to it, but the spiciness was just a little too much for me. But that's all me. I can't eat spicy stuff. I have a weak Irish constitution. I don't eat spicy things, so is what it is. What did you think of the 8? What was your favorite?
I gotta look at the list now because I know it was the white one was really good.
Yeah,
and so I gotta.
That was a whip beer. I'm pretty sure that was a whip beer.
It was the White Dragon.
Yeah, that was nice.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, my wife had that and enjoyed that one as well. I mean, I thought they were all pretty good. There wasn't any that I disliked. I mean, even the one that was too hot for me, not that it was bad. It's just, I can't handle the heat. But everybody else seemed to enjoy it, including you.
Right. The White Dragon, their description is this dragon needed a break from the icy, snowy mountains, so he headed south for vacation. Bananas, vanilla bean, and coconut makes a nice tropical tasting wheat beer.
Yeah.
He was definitely banana forward. It was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I think this one was kind of unique too, and I think what jumped out at me was that it's a seltzer that doesn't taste like a seltzer.
Right, exactly.
And it was quite palatable, and like you said, because they do so many braggots and stuff, I just assumed it was something in that kind of vein, and then when you realize it wasn't, you're like, oh, this is kind of a little bit different and actually pretty tasty.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think this might be my second favorite. I think I like the blueberry one or whatever was the one, Blue Dragon or something. I think I had like a blueberry taste to it as well.
Yes.
The White Dragon was good. They were all
good. I mean, they do an incredible job with their beers because they really experiment a lot and push the limits to what they do with their beers, and they all are really good.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, a lot of people just kind of play it safe, and you make 57 IPAs, and you're like, all right, here we go. Where these guys take some chances.
Yeah.
And like they said, one of the beers didn't turn out the way they wanted to, and they didn't serve it. But I mean, that's the learning curve, right? You have to go out there and be experimental, try new things, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. And I guess that's part of the process. Now, all 8 that we were served were solid. And as far as Prismatic Dragon, I can't believe I'm saying it, but for a seltzer, this would be the first thumbs up I've given to a seltzer. What do you think?
Absolutely. I give it a thumbs up. This is good. I mean, I would definitely drink it again.
Yeah. So
like I said, I don't know if I believe it's a seltzer. I don't know what else to call it, though. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, you could drink it. It's like a fruit punch. This could be dangerous, too, at 7%. I think you could put these down all night, man, and they'd probably catch up to you eventually.
Like some homemade brandy.
Yeah, exactly. Great time at Aistear Con. It was great to talk to all the guys up there and see what they had going on. Thrilled to see they made it through 2 years. I look forward to showing up next year for the 3rd year anniversary of the brewery. And, as always, if you like the videos, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, jump in down below. I know a lot of people on the beer tube community, brew tube community aren't big seltzer fans. Are there any out there that you really like? I know a lot of them smell like candles and taste like exotic soaps or different weird things. But this one's actually pretty solid. So maybe there are some more out there that are good and we're just missing out on them. Hey, till next time. Cheers.
Cheers.